Hey guys, so right now we are going to do a little bit of soccer skills. That's what we're going to work on. So let's stand up and make sure you have a soccer ball with you. So the first thing that we are going to do is toe touches. So if you're standing, you're simply going to have the soccer ball on your knees, slightly bent with your feet shoulder width apart, and you're just going to touch the top of the ball. So toe touches or toe taps. And then you can speed it up a little bit. You're not putting weight on the ball, you're just touching it with your toes. And then you can see if you can go a little bit faster. And then see if you can go even faster, kind of like you're running. Okay, the next thing that we are going to do is ball rollovers. So the first one we're going to do, so we're going to be standing behind the ball, and we are going to take our toes, and we're going to roll the ball from side to side. So you're not kicking it with the side of the foot, you're using the bottom of the foot to simply roll the ball back and forth. You can do it faster. You can keep your foot on it the whole time. You can go slow, where you're just simply touching the sides of the ball with your toes. Okay, let's switch legs. So get your ball, then you're going to put your foot on top and simply roll side to side. Just rolling the ball. All right. So we're going to do one more round of toe touches. So just toes tapping the top of the ball. And you're not putting weight on the ball, you're just simply touching it. Let's see if we can speed up a little bit. Speed up one more time. So we're kind of tapping and touching the top of the ball. If you're not confident with that, you can go back and slow it down, simply touching the top of the ball. And let's stop there. We're going to go back one more time. We're going to roll across the top of the ball with our foot. Just stopping it kind of on the outside to keep it from rolling away from you. By rolling your foot across the ball, you're moving the ball. Okay, let's switch legs. This is too easy. You can go a bit faster. You can go bigger. So try to spread it out more. You can keep it small. Okay, or slow it down if that is too hard. All right, the next thing that we're going to do is going to help us with our dribbling. So we're going to have our feet shoulder width apart, knees bent. It's kind of our athletic stance. You see that a lot in soccer. And we're just going to simply touch the ball back and forth. It's kind of like dribbling in one spot. It'll help you gain confidence when controlling the ball. So start slow. You're just kind of passing it to yourself. Left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. Make sure your knees are bent, because if you have straight legs, it's going to be very difficult. The ball's going to kind of get stuck on your foot. So make sure your knees are bent, you're kind of on your toes. You're tapping the ball back and forth. If you're good with that, you can speed it up a little bit. And if you feel like with that, you can go a little bit faster. down if you need to. And if you need to go slower, that's fine. It's all about keeping the ball in control. And let's try to speed it up one more time if you can. All right, let's hold it there. So the next thing we're going to do is just dribbling. I have two little markers set up, so I'm just going to dribble from one to the other. You could use cones, you could use a pair of shoes, you could use anything to indicate what you want, where your targets are. So I'm going to start at one side, and I'm just going to use the inside of my foot to help me dribble to the other side. You can use both feet, or you can use one foot. So I'm going to use both feet. Kind of like this visibility, back and forth. Okay, now I'm going to try to go back to the other side. All right, let's try to go down and back. You can increase your pace. All right, now this time we're going to try to dribble to the other side, but we're only going to use our right foot. So you might need to use the inside of your foot or the outside of your foot to help you control the ball. Try to go slow so you can keep up with the ball, keep it under control. So we're going to dribble to the other cone and back using only our right foot. And I went with the inside-outside technique. That way you're kind of controlling the ball, and that's a carryover skill from what we were doing earlier. So let's do that one more time. We're going to stick with the right foot. As we're going to dribble to the other cone and back. Here we go. All right, now that we've done that, let's try to go just down with our left foot only. So just a little bit, sticking with our left foot. Okay, now we're going to try to go back. I have my knees bent. All right, now we're going to go down and back with our left foot only. Okay, we're going to try to do that one more time, down and back. All right, that was our left foot. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to try to use both feet, but we're going to try to do it faster. So the same thing that we were doing earlier, we're just going to try to go a little bit faster, and we're going to go down and back around the cone. All right, ready, go. Okay, let's do that one more time. All right, good job. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to move these cones, and we are going to work on our passing. So when you're passing to someone who is not very far away, or you want to pass for accuracy, you're going to use the inside of your foot. So the foot that I'm going to kick with is going to be my right. So my left foot is going to be placed next to the ball, and I want my toes of my planted foot facing whatever target. So if I'm passing straight ahead, my toes are facing straight to the target. If I want to pass to my left, even if I'm in this position, I want my plant leg facing my target. That way, it opens my hips up, and I can pass where I want it to go. Okay, so this time I'm going to pass, since I don't have a partner, I'm going to pass to a wall. If you have a partner, you can pass to a partner. If you have a wall, you can pass to your wall. So when I am kicking, we talked about our plant foot, the kicking leg, you're going to use the inside of your foot. So you're going to plant towards the target, and your kicking leg is going to come through. Since we're using the inside of our foot, it's easier to keep the inside open the entire time. Kind of like a little pendulum, just swinging back and forth. You can practice this to help you feel the body motion or how the mechanics of it work, okay? So that's what it's gonna look like when we're actually kicking the ball. My non-kicking foot and my plant foot is gonna be facing the target, and my kicking foot is gonna come right through using the side of my foot. So plant foot, facing the target, inside of the foot to pass to the target. So let's try to do that. Let's try to do about 10 of those. So your plant foot next to the ball, opening the hips, turning the foot square towards the ball, and follow through. So when you follow through, your leg is going to come up a little bit. You don't want to stop right at the ball because then you don't get a lot of power and it might affect your accuracy. So plant foot next to the ball, facing the target, kicking leg, come through with the side of the foot. And do a couple more of those. This is something that you can practice outside with a partner, maybe against the outside wall, against the side of the building. If you have a net, obviously that's the best. Sometimes if you kick it hard enough, it'll come back off the wall, but that's really hard. And then you can trap it the same way that you're kicking it. You can trap it with the inside of the foot. So when I kick it, the ball comes back, I can use the inside of my foot to stop the ball. Just like this, using the inside of the foot to cushion it. So let's do a few more kicks to our target. Let's do one more with our right, and then we're going to switch legs, or if you're left-footed, we're going to switch to your right. Okay, so now we're going to trap the ball, we're going to stop it, and we're going to switch. So the leg you were kicking with is now going to be your plant leg. We're still going to go through the same thing. Your plant leg is going to be facing whatever target you're passing to. So if I was passing straight in front of me this way, my plant leg and toes would be facing the target. If I was kicking it that way, my toes would open up and face towards my target, and I would come in the same way as if I was kicking straight. So let's practice kicking to our target with our other leg. Let's do a few more of these. And last one. All right. So I'm just going to explain real quick a game that you could play that would kind of work on all of these skills, and that is called crab soccer. So you have one team starting at the line. Everybody's lined up on a line and they have a soccer ball. And you pick, if you have a group of 10 kids, you could pick 2 crabs, and the crabs are going to sit without a ball in the crab position. So palms flat on the floor and feet flat on the floor, and they're going to move. And the job of the crab is to gather as many soccer balls as they can while staying in the crab position. The other team is going to try to dribble across the line with their ball, so going from one side to the other. And the crabs are going to try to trap the balls. And once the crabs get the ball, the person cannot go to the other side. They are now a crab. So once the crab gets a ball, that person becomes a crab. The more people who lose the ball, the more crabs there are, until finally there's one person left, and they are considered the winner. They are the last ones standing. So everybody else has become a crab because they got their balls taken. And that person was able to get through all the crabs without getting their balls taken. So that's just a little bit of intro to soccer for the transition level students.